Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2016, the road to return to glory with AC Milan. And good news, well, you've been offered a new contract by Mr. Bunga Bunga himself, Sergio Berlusconi. I'm going to take a slight wage drop because, quite frankly, I do not care about my position in the sort of leaderboard thing. Because, I mean, seriously, come on, get a life, Jesus. How did we get on then? So, believe it or not, after losing twice 2-0 to Roma and Inter, shockingly, at home, we go away and we beat Juventus 1-0. I don't even know. Possession-wise, we were a lot better. The thing, right, if you look at the formations and things, no real change, to be honest. Bertolacci made a slight difference, I guess. But if you look at the sort of performances, the defence, for once, just played well. It was as simple as that. Antonelli came in, did well. A lot of yellow cards can get a lot for Juventus. But if you look at Juventus team, no one plays particularly badly. You know, the lowest rating on their team was a 6.6, which is about average, I'd say. If anything below 6.6 and you start to go, ooh, he's not a good game. But 6.6 are sort of between 6.6 and 6 point, and actually no, I'd say 7 is about average. Anything above that's usually equal to be a good game. Carlos Bacco is the only bad player on the pitch. I'll show you Honda's goal here. Nice little finish this. Abate again involved, and Menez. Slightly fortunate for Honda there, Sami Khedira's tackle going straight through to him. But, you know, as I mentioned the other day, we seem to have this knack of, if we can snatch a lead before the second half starts, we will usually try to sit on it. And if the defence plays well, then it happens. It happened here against Frosinone. In fact, I pointed this out in the last video, didn't I? Or in the previous video for that, whatever it was. So, yeah, we actually managed to win that. And I think if we'd lost, I think Juventus would have actually won the title if my mathematics are correct. I mean, he won it anyway, but at least it wouldn't have been against us. So, unfortunately, the Champions League spots are out of our reach. However, I'm not bothered by that. I didn't want to get in the Champions League. The aim was to get into the Europa League, and I think that is just about the right level for us to get into, because I think if we got to the Champions League, we would have been battered, absolutely hammered. So I'm not really too bothered at that point. The Europa League sounds good to me. We do need to stop these draws, though. Good God, we need to stop them. It's simple as this, really. Win, and we can get 4th, and that would mean, I believe... oh no, actually, sorry, I tell a lie completely. We would qualify for the group stage. So as long as we don't lose here, and as you can see, us and Udinese are completely locked on points and goal difference. I'm not sure if head-to-head in Italy. I'm actually not too sure on that. Let me just have a look. Lead sorting results between teams, actually, yeah, head-to-head. So how did we do against Udinese? Let's see, I think we beat them. Oh no, we lost. Shit. We lost at Udinese, but I think... Oh shit. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, there's that one. We lost. And we won at home. That was the second game. So, that means a tie. So, I guess, if it's 1-0, I never bothered to check that. God. So, 1-0. So, the head-to-heads are tied. Goal difference is tied. So if we do end up, in fact, goal difference, goals scored, I think we win that one, surely. Just about, yeah, but you would imagine. So it really could come down to a lot of mathematical wrangling here. So yeah, I'm signing a new contract now. The game is still a couple of days away. Now what I've decided to do is, I've been thinking about this as I've been playing the save and things. What I've decided to do is make this slightly, or the save a bit more interesting. This is a general long-term aim, what I'm about to say here. So, what I've decided to do is I'm going to make this save a sort of mini Pentagon challenge. Now, bear with me, I'm not doing a Pentagon challenge, I'm not doing anything like that. What I'm trying to do is a mini Pentagon challenge. So what does that mean? What I'm going to try and make an aim for this save is, it's an unofficial aim. I'm not going to lay down any rules, I'm not going to lay down set instructions, nothing like that. What I'm thinking is, I'm going to try to win as many European leagues as I can. Let's go to that on the verge of European Cup proper. Yeah, very confident. Yeah, that should be good. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Now, if I win Serie A with Milan, that doesn't mean that I'm then just going to go, right, I've done that, tick, let's go to France or something like that. You know, no, I'm not. I'm doing things in my own time, but a sort of long-term, sort of almost external aim will be to win as many European. Now, that what that means is essentially I'm going to try and restrict my scope to Europe. So that's where I find I play best. I've never really managed outside of Europe, really. I don't really want to have managed in Australia, I think, a few times. Oh, sorry, once when I won. I think I won the league with Perth once. I don't know any of the rules on the MLS. So that if I did a series in the MLS, that would be an absolute disaster. So I'm not going to bother with that. South America sounds ridiculous due to the amount of games we play. And Africa, I think there's like one African league available, which is South Africa, so I don't really see the point of that. And Asia just doesn't really appeal to me either. So I think Europe is the best one overall. So a lot of players out here. No, I'm going to try and actually no, this has worked so far. Let's stick with this for now. Polly doesn't work massively well there. Now Balotelli, why not? Let's just, for all fucking time's sake and shits and giggles and all the rest of it, let's just play him in the final game, because we're not. This is the last you're going to see of Mario Balotelli on the save, because he is not playing for us anymore after this. Maybe a bit of a shame, so you might say, but he's not been good enough. I think his last goal was, God, when was it? Like November, I think, or something like that. He hasn't scored in a long time. So, yeah, because we are so slow at starting games, really, really are. And Bologna are, in fact, actually what we need is, I think I like to stick on in the last game or last couple of games of the season, is of course a league table. And also, whilst we're at it, we'll also throw in the other results. So Inter are playing Empoli at the San Siro. Instantly, where are Bologna? Just out of curiosity, they could potentially go down. So they're going to be scrapping for their lives here. I don't know whether that is actually going to be a factor in this. I don't know whether the game is intelligent enough to actually figure out that, you know, teams that could go down end up actually, you know, a bit like Wigan. Remember Wigan in the Premier League a few years ago when they would be shit all season, absolutely appalling, and then in the last sort of 6 games or so they would turn into Barcelona just for no apparent reason. You know, like they would just pull rabbit after rabbit after rabbit out of the hat, and you would just be thinking, what? Where was all this, you know, 3 months ago? You know, like Victor Moses or Hugo Rodallega or Sean Maloney just became Jesus and all this. And yeah, that was just sort of Wigan. Oh my God, what a move that was. Diego Lopez, in fairness to him, they did quite well. So Inter still drawing. Now, it's not the end of the world if we don't get 4th. Obviously, I'd like to win 4th. You want to finish as high as you can. Who are Udinese playing? They're playing, Lazio at home. Okay, we'll keep an eye on these. In fact, Lazio have scored, so that makes our job a lot easier. Right, here's Jeremy Menez. I didn't even get to finish his name before he lost bloody possession there. Yeah, again, we are just not playing particularly well. But to be honest, this could have been exactly the same sort of commentary so far if this was in the Juventus game. Look how that turned out. Admittedly, their finishing wasn't as bad as that. We just defended quite well. Right, here's a Balotelli free kick, and it just goes wide. Wouldn't that be bloody typical? But no, typical 6.5. That's what you'd expect from Mario Balotelli on this, to be honest. He's been that bad. He scored, I think, 4 goals all season. It's not really good enough, to be honest. I'll keep him on just because, why not? In fact, no, you know what? No, I'm fed up with him. He's had his chances, and I'm going to bring on Ramos because he is the future. Said no one. Well, he's not been great either, to be honest, Mr. Bonaventura. But we'll leave him on. I think it is a little bit negative in midfield, so I might just move these up slightly. Honda, what's he been like? 7. Yeah, he seems to thrive in that sort of role. So just push that back to normal. Play out defence. Just take them off and see how we go here. One thing I think I ended up not doing, which I usually do, is tweaking the instructions and the tactic every few minutes. I think that's one thing I probably shouldn't do. Like, I'm not necessarily panicking or anything, but I am going, oh God, what am I doing wrong? I'm always doing something wrong. With Juventus, I was just like, well, I was pretty carefree with it. I was thinking, well, this seems to be working so far. Let's just keep going and going. And Aquafresca, that's a great name, by the way. Is that his real name? Aquafresca. like a type of minty coffee or something. Right, chance for DeSiglio here maybe? Nope. Honda, maybe you'll have it. Oh, and it nearly turned in for Ramos, who I think I might need to change his role actually. I'm not sure if it did. Here's Bonaventura, tackled. Okay, let me just see. So Inter still drawing, and Lazio, well, I think that's Udinese's challenge gone, surely. Lazio finished just 2 points behind Inter there. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have him as defensive forward. Just because he's got Honda, they're up with him, so it might work. I'm very hesitant to play two strike. In fact, it'd be pretty stupid to play two strikers with this formation because that is so top heavy, it's unbelievable. So I'm not going to do that. No shot on target again. I mean, I don't know what it is. If it's lack of. Oh my god, we're just losing them. Come on, this is Bologna for God's sake. We should be winning this very easily. There's Mounier. Ah, it's not. I mean, if they could finish, they would be so much. They could be about 2 or 3-0 up now, to be honest. But as it is, half an hour. Oh my god, there's a chance for Honda. Ramos blocked. I just hit it against the bloody Bologna player again. Of course, these are blocks, but I don't like to give the opposition credit. Why would I want to do that? That's a stupid thing to do. I just don't know why we haven't had shots on target, like, at all. Like, we've had 2 shots on target. Why are we just not creating chances? I just can't put my finger on it. Menez has been pretty poor. We're going to bring on Alvarez. Alessio Cerci, I believe that is how you pronounce it. He is not going to be returning. He is on loan because I've not really found use for him, to be honest. And let's see, who else can we bring on here? Bonaventura's been pretty shitty as well. Let's bring on Emmanuelson. Not been exactly the same player I got at Newcastle, but then again, I didn't expect that because he was one of the star men in this team. He's been very much a fringe player for me. Oh, and Polly, he is driving me mad. He is just terrifyingly inconsistent. He can win you a game at times, but he'll do it like once a season. And the rest, he'll just frustrate the living hell out of you. Player who hasn't done that, though, is Abate, who's been quite incredible. Is Emmanuelson. And he scored. Well, isn't that pretty... Well, that's pretty cool, actually. I was going to say something else, but it's pretty cool because my first signing, Herbie Emmanuelson, might just have put the lid on the season. Now, Inter are still 0-0. We could finish level on with them, unfortunately, due to our head-to-head being terrible and our goal difference, unless Empoli score. Incidentally, where are Empoli? 8th. God. So Bologna have actually fallen into the relegation zone. Sassuolo now are 1-1 with Sampdoria, who were already... Oh, no, they're not, sorry. They're not relegated. They're 16th, so... God, that's a bomb for 2, isn't it? God. Right, we've got a few minutes left, so I'm just going to see this one out here. Here's Herbie Man, so maybe I should have played him a bit more this season. Here he is now. Got a good cross in. That's a lovely ball, and Ramos, that's 2 now. That is game over. We've got there in the end. Adrian Ramos. Well, these two could make a good pair. So we'll just keep an eye on this into the game. I mean, it's, as I say, it's no big deal. But it would of course always be nice to finish above Inter and to finish 4th. Here's Mounier. No, that's not good for them. Ramos now. So he's got another goal. Not the worst striker in the world, then, I guess. Well, it looks like Inter, unless they come with a very, very late winner, we are in fact going to finish level on points with them. Unless Empoli or they score a late... No, I think that's it, and that will be full-time there as well. All games finish at the same time. So, 0-0, yeah, we finish level on points with Inter. Only... Let's see, how many was that? 8 goals behind them, but obviously their head-to-head record wasn't great. There we go. It's been a productive season. Pleased as an ostrich. Never thought you'd see that before, did you? In case you're wondering, by the way, the name is from a... anytime I see that written down, it makes me crack up. I don't know why. It's from a Nigel Pearson press conference from last season where a journalist asked him a question and he just sort of came back and said, "Where have you been? Are you an ostrich? Have you had your head in the sand?" And it's just like where did that come from? You know, just such a strange way of saying it. Anyway, we were the key match today, which is quite nice. 2.5 million. That is, compared to what we get in the Premier League usually, that is nothing, is it? So, oh shit, we will enter at the third qualifying round. Bugger. That's annoying. But that's what the board asked for. 5th place. That's slightly disparaging. So Inter will in fact head straight through to the group stages. I assume Udinese will also have to qualify via the third qualifying round. Let me just check then. So 2 teams will qualify the European group stage. Now let me just see who's won the Italian Cup here. I'm sure it was Juventus. Oh, right, okay, sorry. That will change therefore, I would assume, because the Italian Cup. Let me just make sure. Ooh, I've unlocked the tribute masking. Why on earth would I want that? So, let's see. So, it's either Massimo Allegri or Marco Giampaolo who manages Empoli. To be fair, he's done quite a good job. I know they aren't particularly... Oh, can vote. Let's give it to Giampaolo. Then let's... oh, no, I'm on there, apparently, look. We'll give it to Giampaolo then, since he's done such a good job. And Ostrich are you? Apparently this competition is ran by Yoda. Okay, so we'll vote for him. Let's see. Ah, look at that. So Abate has dedicated his award to an ostrich. I will change that, by the way, to Job in the next for the next season. So Abate has won the Italian Player of the Year award, which is great. He certainly deserves it. So Martin Montoya has won Foreign Player of the Year, and Mohamed Salah has won Fans Player of the Year. That's pretty cool. So let me just double check with this Italian Cup malarkey, just to make sure that once there's been a winner sorted there, then that we'll see that we can qualify for the group stages. So end of season awards then. So Fans Player of the Year goes to Ignacio Abate, 78%, pretty damn unanimous. You're going to have to say Bertolacci comes in at 11% and Kazuki Honda at 9% in third. There's the team of the season. So we got Lopez in goal, Abate, Zapata, Romagnoli, De Siglio, Bertolacci, Bonaventura, Honda, Menez, Ricky Alvarez, who I'm not being funny, hasn't exactly played a lot. Well, actually 24 appearances in fairness. It's not too bad, actually. I'll take that one back. And Carlos Bacca. So the goal of the season is Honda against Sampdoria. I think we remember what this is. Let's have a look. There's the lineup if you need it. Surprised Nigel de Jong isn't actually in that team. It's very surprising. I suppose if he's got like 16 yellow cards, for God's sake. I don't see how you can get into a team of the year with that. So here we go in 3D. Apologise if this is a bit laggy or anything. That's just how 3D is on YouTube. It's not particularly great. That's why I'm not sure about that celebration from Honda, but there you go. So lovely goal there. Signing of the season was Erby Emanuelson, which I think that was pretty much the case for last year as well with Newcastle. And young player goes to Mattia De Siglio. Season review. Finished 5th. They were expected to be the contenders for a continental football qualification spot, and they lived up to that billing. Match of the season was typically not on camera. Of course it bloody wasn't. However, the moment to forget was, of course that's the case, when we beat Juventus 1-0 at the end. So, wow, that average attendance is shocking. Not even half full. Wow. Oh my god, I didn't think it was that bad. I thought that was a bit low for the San Siro. So the end of season confidence review is pretty good. A lot of injuries, of course, and that's it. So again, I'll just fast forward just to make sure. Let's see if we got. I think we might have our regens as well. The FMC/T. Oh, press quest to improve this. We can't afford to do so. Fair enough. I think the regens come in around about this time as well. So right, let me just sim this and see what happens. Thought that said something else then. Utrecht hire new manager. So Lazio have actually won the Italian Cup. There we go. Yes, they will enter at the group stages. So it jumped the gun a bit there, didn't it? Dear me. So Lazio have won the Italian Cup. I believe that is actually a repeat of, or an inverted repeat, I suppose, of the Italian Cup from last year. So there you go. So not a bad season overall, I'm sure you will agree. I think we could have got a little bit more out of Carlos Bacca in the second half of the season, but there you go. And our performances in the big games, minus the Juventus game, where we did quite well. We choked the rest, unfortunately, and really just did not turn up. We'll go over new signings and everything in the summer for, you know, regens, everything like that, in the next video when we start season 2. So I thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will be back with the second series. We're going to be doing a live comp for the first game, whoever that is going to be against. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.